I am Mike from Team Name Erase. Today I'm going to be deck profiling the Gagaga deck.
A legal version this time.
Yeah. Start off, basics for a Gagaga deck. 3 Gagaga Magician and 3 Gagaga Girl. Sorry. Gagaga Magician picks any level between 1 and 8. Make him that level. Gagaga Girl, copy his level. When you XYZs with another Gagaga monster with the same level as her, obviously, you can make one monster that your opponent special summoned, make its attack equal to 0. So yeah, obviously pretty good combos that you can make with those. We'll get into those later. 2 Break the Magical Warrior, yeah. Normal him, he's got 1/9 attack, remove spell counter, pop one of your opponent's back rows. Pretty boss card if you ask me. My tour guide engine for this, 2 tour guide and Dat Mimic level 3. Run Dat Mimic level 3 just because set it, your opponent, if you've already used your tour guide engine, then set it and you get to draw when your opponent attacks over it, so always good to have a bit more draw. Search of the deck is Mystic Tomato. I run 3 of him. I've tried 2, tried 1, and I prefer 3 just because you need to get into them magicians and girls. It's the main card of the deck. Next, run 2 Cyber Dragon. Cyber Dragon just because level 5's main XYZs that you're going to go into this deck. He's also a brilliant card. Just special summon him if your opponent controls a monster. He's got 2 on attack. Run 1 Dark Arm Dragon. Most of the monsters in this deck are dark, apart from the Cyber Dragons, so he's a cool card. You got good grave control in this deck as well because of the Gagaga Revenge and the triple Caller Haunted. So yeah, it's a cool card. Next, Gauze, just hand trap, and Tragoria, hand trap. Gauze, I prefer to Tragoria just because you can go into Big Eye with Gagaga Magician. So yeah. Next, 2 Spirit Reaper, just because it's a good stall. Also, another target for Mystic Tomato if you've ran out of Magician and Girl and you're just waiting for your Revenges to come into your hand and Reborn and things like that. So, also, Spirit Reaper's effect when you attack directly, cool card. Next on to spells, Gagaga Revenge. I run 3 Gagaga Revenge, just because you want to keep bringing them girls and magicians back so that you get their effects repeatedly and XYZ really easily. Last of the Gagaga cards, 2 Gagaga Bolts. Got a Gagaga monster on the field, destroy any card in the field on your opponent's side of the field, so it's a cool card. Staples of the deck: Mind Control, Reborn, Dark Hole, Heavy Storm, 2 MST, and I suppose Duality is now pretty much a staple, so Duality. Mind Control, probably the best staple for the deck, just because with Magician, take control of pretty much any of your opponent's monsters, as long as it's not an Xyz monster. Summon Magician and overlay for whatever level, because your deck, your extra deck pretty much covers the whole range of levels, so it's quite cool. Last of the spells, Allure of Darkness, obviously because most of your monster cards are dark, so it's good for the draw power. Moving on to the traps, Triple Call, just because It's a bit more control over the graveyard. I'd prefer to replace one of these for another Gagaga Reborn, just because Gagaga Reborn's it's really good for bringing back the XYZ. So, but we'll get to that in a second. What used to be the Solemn Grade, but now I suppose Solemn Duo. Yeah. Just, yeah, they're necessary. XYZ Reborn. Bring back XYZ material, XYZ monster, and equip that card to it as a material. So obviously, if you've got things like Big Eye in the grave, bring it back, take control of your opponent's monster, and yeah, there's just it's a good plus. Extra deck. Level 3s, Zen mains, Tempo, Leviathan, and Acid Golem. Just watch with Acid Golem if you do run it, because you special summon a lot in this deck, so you only really summon him if you're going for the OTK. Going to rank 4s, Maystroke, and perhaps a lot of necessity in any deck. Maystroke just because it causes havoc with most decks. He's pretty easy to summon this deck. Next on to rank 5s. Pretty much the best OTK in this deck is Makumek. If you've got Girl and Magician in the field, make level 5, make a monster on your opponent's side of the field 0 using Girl's effect. Use Makumek's effect, detach 1. They take burn equal to its attack, he gains that attack and an attack. If it's over 2,800 attack, then you've got game. So Volcasaurus, cool card. You can use his effect, and if your opponent's still got monster with 2/5 less attack on the field after you've used his effect, then you can attack over that still. His effect only stops you from attacking directly. Adrius and Tyrus, yeah, pretty much staples if you run rank 5s. Photon Strike Bouncer, brilliant card, negate an effect and inflict 1,000 damage when it activates. Yeah, broken card, Big Eye. Especially with this deck, you bring detach Magician, take control of your opponent's monster, bring back Magician using Gagaga Revenge, and overlay again, or attack, whichever. This card I'm not so sure, which is Heliopolis. Thinking of dropping it for some for like Maggie when it comes out or something like that, just because there's better cards in him. Yeah, it's a good card, but it uses a lot of your hand or a lot of monsters in the field to get by. It's good if you're going for an OTK. Yeah, subscribe to YouTube page, channel, whatever it is, and yeah, like us on Facebook, and yeah, please leave comments. Thanks. Right.